The death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk has sparked conversation across Tennessee, including questions about what rights employers have when it comes to their workers' social media posts. Tonight, News 5's Natalia Hillen takes a closer look at state laws that govern what employers can and can't do.
I sat down with a local attorney to break down the Tennessee law and what it means for workers who use social media. From opinions shared online to posts made outside of work, the consequences may surprise you. After the political assassination of Charlie Kirk on Wednesday, people across the country flooded social media with their opinions. Don Spurrell, an attorney with more than 30 years of experience, says the First Amendment isn't as broad as many think.
You can be as hateful as you want, so long as you do not provoke or incite violence against someone. So there are limitations on speech, but those limitations are balanced against the First Amendment privilege to speak your mind.
In Tennessee, private employers have wide authority. Even social media posts made outside of work can put your job at risk.
A private employer under Tennessee law has pretty much unfettered authority to take disciplinary action or fire someone for any reason or no reason, so long as they're not in a protected class. If you express an opinion that the boss gets ticked off about, you're out the door, and there's nothing you can do about it unless you happen to be under an employment contract.
Spurrell says it doesn't always have to be speech.
You could drive into the parking lot of your employer with a bumper sticker and be fired in a heartbeat.
We're already seeing this play out locally. ETSU confirms 2 employees are on administrative leave following their posts about the deadly shooting of Kirk. You can read ETSU's statement on the matter at WCYB.com. Professor of History at ETSU, Daryl Carter, says the conversation around speech needs to start with being civil with each other.
Number 1, let's bring the temperature down. Number 2, free speech is great, but speech comes with responsibility. And responsibility to be good citizens and to be good stewards of ideas and how we communicate with others. And lastly, respect for people with whom we have disagreement.
Natalia Hillen, News 5, WCYB.
That shooting is now impacting schools across Maryland as local teachers take to social media. Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor reports some of their posts are now sparking scrutiny and calls for resignations. Rebecca?
Yeah, Kai, that's right. Comments made online are now facing real-life repercussions. Right now, I am at Forest Park High School in Baltimore City. It's one of at least 3 schools across the state where teachers are facing accusations of making insensitive comments and even promoting violence online. At Forest Park High School in Baltimore City, a social studies teacher sparking a firestorm on social media. In a now deleted post, Derek Chavez featuring an article on Charlie Kirk's assassination with the caption, "Wrong guy, but we'll take what we can get," appearing to reference the failed assassination of Donald Trump. In response,
no one deserves to die. That is a problem.
Nearby residents we spoke with voicing mixed reactions.
Would you want a teacher who said this to be teaching your children?
No, I would not. In fact, I would be at the next Parent-Teachers Association meeting.
I don't think this man should lose his job for it. We have someone in the White House right now who incited violence on January 6th.
Later addressing calls for his resignation, Chavez doubling down, writing, "People are spicy about my last post," and "Luckily, I'm a good teacher and people actually like me here." Meanwhile, a similar situation playing out in Cecil and Wicomico County. At Rising Sun Elementary School, this teacher, writing in part, "Guess that's karma, good riddance," over a picture of Kirk. And at Salisbury Middle School, another teacher sharing a meme of Trump whispering in Kirk's ear, saying, "The Epstein thing won't die, gonna need you to take one for the team." Both posts igniting intense scrutiny. Among the dozens of comments, "She should be terminated immediately," and "This teacher is out of line. Scary to know she's teaching kids." Today, Fox 45 reaching out to all 3 school systems, Cecil and Wicomico, sending statements saying they can't comment on personnel matters, but are investigating the controversial remarks. Cecil calling it an unexpected, unnecessary, and unwelcome disruption. City schools did not respond.
It's just utterly unbelievable that adults would act this way.
According to rhetoric professor Richard Vatz, teachers are often held to a higher level of accountability for their words and actions outside the classroom. But no matter your profession, in the age of social media, where fleeting thoughts live forever online, Vatz cautioning all users to think twice before making personal opinions public.
This is freedom of speech, but people don't understand that freedom of speech protects you from being arrested and put in jail for what you say, but it doesn't protect you from losing your job if you're irresponsible.
Tonight, all 3 teachers have either deleted their social media accounts entirely or hidden their profiles from public view. Reporting live in Baltimore City, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45 News.
Thank you, Lindsay. At 6:02 this morning. And new this morning, first responders in Nashville are now under investigation. This is after a social media post about the assassination of political commentator Charlie Kirk. Fox 17 News' Johnny Maffey is live for us this morning to explain. Johnny?
Hey, good morning, Justin. So the Nashville Fire Department does tell me an employee is on paid leave while an investigation is underway into a social media post. Now, I did reach out to NFD regarding a social media post made since the Charlie Kirk assassination. Fire officials tell Fox 17, quote, in accordance with civil service rules, the employee has been placed on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of an internal fact-finding process, end quote. They add that no info will be shared at this time as the investigation is underway. So how does free speech play a role in all of this? Not the first story like this we've been reporting on the last week. Well, the short answer is it doesn't. The First Amendment mainly protects freedom of speech in the public space. It prevents the government from limiting your speech, but it does not protect you from the consequences of your free speech. So this fire department investigation is going on. There's a Metro Dispatch employee being investigated as well. And Justin, we have others going on across the mid-state that we're following too. Live in Music Row, Johnny Maffey, guys, back to you.
The College of the Sequoias professor is under investigation after being recorded making violent remarks about the late conservative commentator Charlie Kirk and his family during class. Fox 26 reporter Christina Rodriguez tells us how the college is taking action.
I hope every one of his family dies.
A College of the Sequoias student recorded biology professor Shannon Sheath making comments about Charlie Kirk Thursday, a day after the 31-year-old conservative commentator was killed.
And their children, and their grandchildren, and their grandchildren, and their grandchildren to eternity.
The student who attends the campus in Visalia says she began recording after feeling uncomfortable with the remarks. Other students on the campus Friday who were not in the class were shocked by the video.
Our biology teacher here saying that he wishes his whole family to die. That's a little criminal. I completely disagree with that.
Kirk was a podcaster and co-founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative youth organization with over 800 chapters across the country. He traveled across college campuses to debate students on current political issues and was visiting Utah Valley University when he was shot and later died at a hospital.
Somebody getting shot for what they believe in is completely wrong.
The student who recorded the comments did not want to be on camera, but the video caught the attention of campus administrators. A spokesperson for the college confirmed leaders and human resources met Friday and decided to place Sheath on administrative leave. Students believe that was the right thing to do.
He should be fired and should never be able to teach anything ever again.
Hi, this is Christina Rodriguez calling from Fox 26.
I called a person believed to be Sheath Friday afternoon for comment, but that person hung up.
Oh.
COS confirms a full-time faculty member has volunteered to take over the course for the rest of the semester, so students won't fall behind. In Visalia, Christina Rodriguez, Fox 26 News.
She also teaches at Fresno City College and Madera colleges. We've learned administrators will be meeting to discuss whether his actions at another campus call for disciplinary action at theirs. And calls about nuts.
Clemson University has suspended an employee after a social media post was made public following the death of Charlie Kirk. The university released a statement today saying the suspension is effective immediately. This comes after lawmakers, donors, and students have called for action against the university, claiming an employee's post celebrated Kirk's death. In a post on X, Clemson University says, quote, a full review is underway of the employee social media activity that has been brought to our attention in relation to the recent incident. Each case is being evaluated individually and thoroughly to ensure appropriate action is taken, end quote.
At 5:06 this morning, meanwhile in Nashville, the Metro Department of Emergency Communications say they are investigating a social media post about Charlie Kirk's assassination by one of their employees. They say that employee is currently on administrative leave. Now, the Metro Dispatch is asking people not to call them about this. They say that every second a worker spends on the phone with someone else is time they cannot use to talk with people who are in actual need of an emergency.
And here in Middle Tennessee, one university is making it clear they have no tolerance for any kind of support for political violence. Middle Tennessee State University says they fired an employee overnight for making inappropriate comments about Kirk's assassination on social media. The university released a statement saying, in part, the comments of this employee were inconsistent with our values and have undermined the university's credibility and reputation with our students, faculty, staff, and the community at large. We extend our deepest sympathies to the Kirk family. Charlie Kirk was set to speak at an event in Murfreesboro next week.